Hi. That's our mascot in the background. What a great sound check. And it's going to be a great day. You want to know why, Sarah? You're going to be in the salon today, right?
Yes.
I hope that money flows to you effortlessly. I have such a hard time with that word. Effortlessly. It's like extraordinary. And we're blowing bubbles. But no, like really, like this is the mantra that I've been telling myself every day. Like, you know, today's going to be a great day. Good things are happening. I'm going to meet great people. Money's going to flow to me effortlessly.
There you go.
And it has been. And it's like the less I've worried, the more good that comes. You know what I mean?
See, all you had to do is...
Yes.
Oh my
I'm glad you agree because I have been a shit show.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah. I think, you know, you have a newborn daughter and I just don't have an excuse for being a shit show.
You have a 3-year-old going on 15.
Oh, God. I'm not ready for, like, the stages of 13 teen years. I'm not ready. Like, Elliot already tells me what's up. I'm not ready for...
Oh, he's going to really...
Bless you. But you have a girl, so...
you think that's going to be easier?
I feel like the older girls get... She looks just like Chase. I feel like the older girls get, the harder they get. Because I was a... Yeah, dude,
Yeah,
you will. You're going to be exactly like your mama, but worse times 10.
Yeah.
Because that's what my mom says to this day. She's like, your great-grandmother cursed me. And I was like, in pertaining to me, like, what a way to start the story, Mom. Thanks. You know?
Yeah, bitch.
But I was like, what do you mean? And she was just like, no, I remember her and great-grandpa Lewis telling me, like, oh, you just wait, Shauna. You just wait. You're going to have this daughter. She's going to be such a cute little button. She's going to grow up.
Cute little butt.
With a K. And, yeah, they're just like, she's going to be terrible, though. She's going to be you times 100. And God bless my saint of a mother.
Oh, she didn't have to be.
I can't light this candle.
No, you can't.
No, it's difficult. All right, well, you know, great sound check.
Is this taboo?
Oh, yeah.
Whoa.
But, yeah.
Hey.
Hey, little baby.
Yeah.
You would not succeed as a hip-hop, like, rap artist.
Absolutely not.
I see Sarah standing on a stage, you know, like with a comedy club scene.
Cub?
Yeah, comedy club scene scenario, right? You got the brick wall behind her, the spotlight. She's just in her mom jeans, bopping her head like
My mom
a
jeans.
motherfucker, and be like,
Yeah.
yup,
We got it.
I'm
Hey.
white. Can you tell?
Oh,
Be
yeah.
cool.
I'm a mom. Give it up. Hey, yo. Look at her looking at me.
Oh.
She's all like, Mom, what the fuck are you doing? You're weird.
Little
Hi.
Caroline.
Oh, thank you for that applause.
Yeah. I mean, it was pretty sad. I should have done this instead.
Ouch. Ouch.
But I love you so much. You're my girl, so I got you.
Look at her,
This is Hard Talks with a blonde and a hippie baby. Because we are, what is the guy? Michael Myers from It's Groovy Baby.
Michael Myers.
Yeah, that's his real, Mike Myers.
Oh, I was going to say, okay.
I shouldn't have said Michael Myers.
I was going to say, I thought we were going like Halloween, like what, Friday the 13th? Like,
No, but I'm sure that, on his birth certificate it is Michael. But this is Hard Talks with a blonde and a hippie. You know it. You love it. It's your trippy hippie Alicia jumping on the mic from good old Utah. I'm here with my favorite blonde.
yeah, girl, Sarah.
But you know, we are here for Thanksgiving
It is.
tomorrow as
And
of this recording date.
And my voice sounds like shit. Sorry.
You sound a little manly there.
I do, don't I? And Jay's is like, God, I hate your voice. I'm like, Sorry.
I'm surprised he's not in the background being like, oh, I like this.
No, he hates when I talk like all monotone, like a sick voice. He's like, we know you're sick, babe. I'm like, sorry. God.
I think he probably secretly likes it, like most men do. Anyway, hi. We are in studio with our cute little Hard Talks babe, Miss Lulu, Miss Caroline May.
She'll be putting her 2 cents in here occasionally.
Yes. Oh my God, and she's so fucking cute. This episode is gonna drop before our episode, Your Welcome Back episode. So
perfect.
It's gonna be backwards. They're gonna hear about Caroline
after.
Yes.
Okay.
But it's gonna be great. We're living for it. This is an 18 up podcast. We curse like sailors. We talk all things controversial, difficult, wildly inappropriate, and taboo. I don't want to be responsible for your cute, adorable children saying fuck or goddamn. Thank you. So,
Ashley's in studio.
Yes, just slide in on your own time. We've already established that our children are fucked.
But you know what? I think because like we swear so much, our kids are gonna be like, gosh, I don't want to swear at all. I don't want to be like my mom. Like, sorry.
Me and Elliot were on the couch, I think this is last week, and he's watching this movie, and there's a villain, of course, and he's like, wow, she is such a bitch. And I was like, Elliot, what did you say? And he turns to me, and he's like, oh, nothing, all wide-eyed and shaking his head.
I didn't say nothing.
I just couldn't help but like chuckle a little bit.
He's all cagey. Nothing, Mom.
Yeah, we've said it on the show before. If it's in context, I mean, it's so hard.
You can't be mad.
Yeah, and I remember what it was because we had watched The Sandlot right before that, and so he was saying L7 weenie the whole time, and I was just like, maybe I shouldn't, I don't know. But I grew up off that show, so I didn't really think anything of it until he's over here cursing like a sailor. That's why we put in the disclaimer, guys. You either hate us or love us. We're obnoxious. Yes, girl.
She gets it.
Yeah, but, we're here for it. I want to give a shout out really quick to a listener. Her name is Ellery. She wrote into the show a couple days ago and seriously just touched my heart.
Ellery. Even Caroline's excited.
I know. We posted her message on our Instagram story if you want to follow us at Hard Talks with B&H. But she was just telling us like how sentimental the show was to her and her mom because her warrior of a mother is going through chemo right now. And they listen to us while she's getting her radiation and everything. So shout outs to you guys in the Welty family. I hope you guys are staying strong, and I hope joy finds you all on this Thanksgiving. Yes, Caroline, tell them, praise them because they're awesome people, and we just appreciate your support and you listening. And that being said, because I didn't want to wait for the end, because I have a tendency to forget things.
It's about what is it about?
We're talking about how many turkeys and pies we eat per year.
I was going to say I brought the calendar down just in case.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the Thanksgiving, Canada celebrates Thanksgiving as well, but it's the second week of October. And obviously it's a little different than ours, but it still is kind of themed around eating a turkey and everyone coming together and reflecting. But it's crazy because you and I were talking about this yesterday in the salon. The first Thanksgiving was in 1621.
Yes, it was.
So it's been 500 years.
Tomorrow, to the day.
To the year.
Would it be to the day? No, it wouldn't be the day.
No, because it changes.
It's the only second, third.
It changes. And in 1939, it was President Roosevelt who actually tried to change the holiday to the third Thursday of November. And a lot of people were peeved about that because, what do men love about Turkey Day? The turkey, the booze, and the football. The football. So a lot of people were pissed because when he moved it, football amphitheaters or games had already printed posters and all the stuff for the following Thursday. And they're like,
Oh,
man,
my
people aren't going to tune into this. So that's why they switched it back. And it has been on the 4th day of November ever since. But it's crazy. 500 years. And the irony behind this holiday, I mean, it's kind of fucked up.
I mean, let's be honest.
I mean, it
wasn't the best type of holiday to begin with.
No, it was
starting out was absolutely terrible.
It was supposed to be a pure day for reflection and prayer. You know what I mean? The Wampanoag, if I am pronouncing that wrong, I'm so sorry. The Wampanoag tribe is the one that tried to include, the people to be a part of their feast. They had a super bountiful crop that year. They wanted to share, be friendly. And what do?
We fuck them over.
Yeah.
You're like, but bitch.
You want to be friends. You want to be allies.
I just feel bad
Nay.
because, we came over to their land and just,
it's fucked up.
Wiped them out.
The history behind it is fucked up. And like I said yesterday, I was like, we celebrate Thanksgiving, and it's kind of like a holiday like Columbus Day. You know what I mean? Just genocide. And a lot of people just bury that fact. You know what I mean? Like, oh, yeah, we killed thousands of indigenous people, but let's not talk about it. And
Let's talk about the
happen.
turkeys.
Yeah. And they
And
didn't
the
even
pies.
obviously they didn't have turkeys on the holiday back then. They ate deer and corn and
Buffalo.
buffalo.
You want some deer? Nope. All right, then.
You gonna have some buffalo? She's just licking her.
She's just trying to eat her jacket.
She's adorable.
Isn't she?
But what's ironic is a lot of presidents did not want Thanksgiving to even be a holiday because a lot of them looked at it as intertwining state and church. And that's something they were really opposed to, which doesn't make sense either because church was everything, especially 500 years ago and beyond. But it wasn't established officially as a holiday until President Lincoln was in office.
Lincoln?
And
He's on the penny.
yeah. And
He got on the 1 cent.
but he's the 16th president. So they literally had to establish Thanksgiving as a holiday every single year.
Mm-hmm.
So people could get it off. It wasn't official until Lincoln. And the reason he established it was because he was actually trying to bring the North and the South together. So the irony behind it is a little weird.
I mean,
Don't you think?
yeah.
The tragedy of how Thanksgiving started, of us
But
slaughtering
why is it
thousands
called
of
Thanksgiving?
innocent. It's a day to be thankful.
Of giving?
Yeah.
See, that's what I'm saying. If it's we did all that to the indigenous people.
Indigenous people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why are we calling it Thanksgiving when, what should we be thankful for?
Well, I think it was
The deer that they brought us
Well, I think it was,
at
the
first.
part that they played, it was breaking bread. It was about setting aside differences, and then
being whoop,
we got too fucking greedy,
open a can of whoop ass.
that's a shocker in history. The white man got greedy. Weird.
What?
It's fucked.
Never.
It's fucked. But I thought that tidbit was cool because there is a lot of dark history surrounding the holiday. I thought it was interesting. Yeah, girl, I know. I thought it was interesting that Lincoln was like, well, let's try and unify things again by making this a holiday and potentially bringing the people together. This is literally right as the Civil War is happening.
Mm-hmm.
So he was tactful and wise. Sarah, do you normally make a turkey on Thanksgiving?
Absolutely not. I do what everyone else does.
What do you do?
I do it the old-fashioned
You
way.
get a TV dinner?
No. I go to my mom's house.
What if your mom doesn't?
Well, I go to my in-laws. Because they both, Chase's mom and his stepmom always make a dinner.
Well, that's nice. Sometimes, my family usually always does something. But it's literally like one extreme to another. That's
Like
what
hot and cold?
Yeah, it's literally like exact opposites. Like my mom's side of the family has always been a little more tame.
I go to like traditional turkey dinner.
Yeah,
and
quiet,
get this
you
and
know.
watch the football game after, like with your little food and your
The
dad's
LDS,
side.
the LDS side of the family, you know, is
Yep.
keeps their cool. And then the dad's side of the family gets a little wild. And it's crazy because ever since the Thanksgiving of 2017, my dad's side of the family hasn't gotten together because that story is just so fucking crazy. And I've actually shared it on the show before because my cousin Andy, the one that this happened to, was on, I think, episode 28 when Hard Talks hit the road. But I'll share it again in a bit because it's such a crazy story. But it's kind of weird now that I'm getting older because now that dad's side of the family isn't getting together, mom's side of the family is kind of picking up a little of the party. You know what I mean? And so it's funny because family members who were very devout and a part of the church have kind of broken away a little bit, and they're wanting to experience new things. So
They want a little drinky drink.
there's alcohol out
Well, I mean, I feel like
for the first time.
I mean, you need alcohol to get through Thanksgiving. It's just that much better.
Well, and I'm glad you brought that up because my goal this weekend is to be sober.
I was go for it.
Yeah.
I mean, I have to be so.
Well, that's true. How is like breastfeeding and drinking? And like, do you have a lot of like milk stored up and pumped? Mm-hmm. That's nice.
Yeah.
So if you wanted a glass of wine with your turkey dinner, you could do that, right?
You just gotta wait 2 hours.
Yeah, that's not bad.
My boobs don't like it, but
Those nipples.
oh my god.
God bless your nipples.
I mean, hey, they're just like flick them. Can't even feel it. She's getting hungry. I'm gonna grab her.
Yeah, grab her.
now.
I know.
Let me just get undressed really fast.
Take it off. Take it off. Woo!
I remember which boob she was on last. So don't look at her. She gets so excited.
She's sticking her tongue out right now. She's like, wait. She's literally like dancing.
Oh yeah, she gets so excited. She knows when the boob comes out. Huh.
She's staring at you like you're a fucking snack.
Oh yeah. Like I'll walk out at like the shower and I'll be naked and she'll go, ooh, 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 ooh. I'm like, get out of here, you little hoe.
Like a little.
These are
Oh!
yeah. She gets excited.
I'm so glad that was on recording. Hi. On that note, you know, something that I also thought was funny is, you know, TV dinners that everybody eats now.
She can't breathe.
She's like, wait. Isn't that the craziest, like, feeling ever? Just being so connected with your baby.
I love it.
It's crazy.
Sorry.
I love her.
She like suffocates herself.
She's burying herself into that booby. But TV dinners, like, became a thing because Swanson, like the food delivery place, they literally like made a mix-up and ordered 260 tons of turkey.
Holy shit.
One year. Yeah. And so they're like, well, what the fuck are we going to do with all of this, you know? Yeah, so they got this brilliant idea. They're like, we're going to use all this extra fucking turkey because Junior over here decided it would be a good idea. I know. I know.
Yep.
She's like, stop fucking with me. I'm at the buffet right now. Like,
Literally. She's like, ah.
oh,
As you catch her coughing and almost like joking. It's fine.
we're here.
Her boogers.
All those, it's scary with RSV and everything right now.
I know. And I don't think we're going to take her to my father-in-law's tomorrow.
You know,
Because he has littles and like they have like, he doesn't have littles, but like his Chase is like nieces. I'm just like, you know.
right.
And Like one of them just like, can I hold her? Can I hold her? Can I hold her? I'm like, will you just leave me alone? Just walk away for a minute. No.
Well, and it's hard for the mother, too, to be like, no, I'm really sorry, because that's your family, and you want them to hold her. It's not like
Absolutely.
that. It's just like, I also need to be a little protective right now, because...
like RSV on is a rampage. Like, my cousin's little boy has it. It's crazy.
Well, and I know several friends of mine who have had to get their kids hospitalized because of RSV this year. So that's a good point to bring up, is like going to family dinners. I mean, obviously we know how difficult it was not being able to gather a couple years ago when COVID was really running rampant. But it's still very scary. That's something that me and Elliot have been talking about a lot, is germs, because he doesn't understand them. Like, if you sneeze or you cough, because he's had a head cold, and I'm like, you need to cough into your arm, and he's just like, why? Everything's why. Mom, you're stupid. You don't know shit. Why are you telling me this?
Well,
why?
like, no,
Why?
you can tell him, like, gotta wear underwear. Why?
Yeah, no. You
don't
gotta
have
wash
to,
your
I
hands.
guess.
Why? Because there's tiny, invisible little men on your hands that are infesting you.
You watched Osmosis Jones.
Yes, I showed him Osmosis Jones. It's on Netflix right now. And I watched that as a kid, and it's kind of really funny to watch as an adult now.
As an adult, it's hilarious.
Because I love Bill Murray. He's such a funny cat. And then Chris Rock voices the animated white blood cell that lives inside Bill Murray. So it's a good movie, but it kind of gave Elliot a visual I couldn't quite explain or give to him, because he was like, oh, well, like, this is it. Disease? Really? I'm like, yeah, he's making him very, very sick. When you feel yucky, like, he got that germ off of that egg that he dropped off the ground that was in the monkey's mouth. You know what I mean?
In the monkey's cage.
Yeah, like, all those diseases and germs, they come from somewhere. And when you touch things, you leave an invisible handprint.
Oh, there you go.
And that helped a lot, because he's like, oh.
Because he gets, like, handprints, because that's, like, something you can usually see, too,
Yeah,
and stuff.
yeah. And so I was like, you don't want to leave invisible handprints, because that'll make other people feel sick. And he's kind of like, okay. And this was a big deal, because my grandfather on my mom's side, he rented or Airbnb'd a cabin for this weekend for Thanksgiving. Cabin, air quotes.
I was going to say air quote cabin.
I was up there last night, and oh my gosh, like, it is an 8-bedroom brand new house. That's all. It's just like up the canyon in Eden, Utah. If you're not familiar with Utah or local, like, it's really close and to this lake called Pine View, and it's just like surrounded by beautiful mountains. It's just gorgeous. It really is. But I was just really worried about bringing any illness up to the cabin, especially because we're all going to be sharing that space for the next 4 days. And it really stressed me out, because my aunt, she and her husband just got over having COVID, and their little girl has a heart defect. So I know they were super worried about her catching it. Luckily, none of the kids did. But it just sucks so close to the holidays. And back to what you mentioned, it's, you love your family. You want them to meet your baby. You want them to be
but at the same time,
able to connect. But at the same time, family members and friends still need to be respectful of the mama. You know what I mean? Because like you were saying the other day, some people don't always listen.
No.
You know what I mean? And you're literally like, I thought you were sick. And
they just grab her and you're like, but you did this. I'm fine. And then they go to leave and they're like, I'm so sick. Be like, then don't touch my damn kid.
Well, yeah, not even that. Don't kiss her. That's scary. You never know. You never know. Oh, burpy burps.
Got that.
Burp real. We're going to have one of those one day. But seriously, like Americans prep over 46 million turkeys a year.
Did you take? I hope to God you guys took yours out of the freezer early.
I have like a pork picnic upstairs,
That was
basically.
huge.
It's
Yeah.
bigger than my ass. Like I literally
Anything.
Hey,
Yeah, I don't have one either.
you've
It's
seen
fine.
my ass in a
Have
rave
you-
outfit.
have-
It's still a cute
have you
little white girl
seen
ass.
Sadie's?
Sadie just has the perfect little body.
Doesn't she though?
I would if all of us could be just 20 again and stay that way.
I didn't even look like that when I was 20.
I didn't either. I already had a baby. 17 and room. No, I'm just kidding. Never. I love my body. But, all the TV dinners came from people ordering too many turkeys, like I was saying. So they literally, like, stuck extra turkey, cornbread, and some mashed potatoes on a tin, basically, like, tray, and served it on airlines, served it to people, like, for a discount price at grocery stores. So that was the first time, like, we'd ever seen any freaking TV dinners or, the beginning of TV dinners. And it makes sense, though. I mean, like, we have so much turkey that goes around.
So much.
It doesn't really make sense to me because turkey's not, a huge thing throughout the rest of the year.
It's only on Thanksgiving that you're like, you need to have a turkey.
Maybe Christmas, but
I feel like Christmas is more like ham.
you
need a
hate
ham. We always have like turkey and ham, and I'm just like,
Yeah, I have a Thanksgiving story about ham.
let's hear it. I got it.
Oh, no. So my grandma, Kay, God bless her, she was seriously the best human, strongest lady, Irish immigrant New Yorker lady. Like, you got to be strong when you birth, I almost said calf, 9 kids, but I mean, it's basically the same. You got to rear 9 children.
I mean, shit, man.
But just the strongest lady I ever knew. And God bless her. She loved to cook. She was a fine cook. But in the end there, I think maybe like she didn't check the temperatures or I don't know, it was just not a good year for the Leopardi clan because
Did she not take her turkey out early?
she took her turkey or her ham out early or something because I remember leaving, the Leopardi festivity, and it's always like a whole shebang and shaboodle when you're saying goodbye. It's not like, hey, whole crew, we're leaving, goodbye. It's like, oh, all right, goodbye, every single individual person. Let me give 5 hugs per person, and we're going to be here for another 45 minutes because the fam's so big. But once we finally get out the door, we're having a sleepover with my cousin Thomas. And I was maybe like 11 because my parents were still married. And it was in their brand new Honda Pilot, had the fresh car scent still. And me, cousin, and little sister, who maybe is 6.
Oh, shit.
Sitting in the back seat watching Shrek on the
Oh, it had a TV?
it had a TV. It was
Those are like the best. You're like, it's in the seat.
it was like
It's in the
middle. It
Oh,
would
it
fold
came down?
Yeah, and this is
Okay.
like circa like 2007.
I mean, she's like,
so it was like
little sis is like, what, 20 now?
yeah, almost 21. So we're all in the back seat, and my sister's like, Bobby, I don't feel good.
Oh, shit.
I don't feel good. She's like,
In
Rachel,
a new,
Rachel, you'll be fine. We're almost home. And without warning, then my cousin Thomas just projectile vomits
Oh,
all
God.
over the parents' shoulders into like the front dash under the windshield area. Yeah, because he was sitting in the middle, and it was like almost amazing to watch. Have you ever gone to Jackson Hole and seen Old Faithful?
She projectile vomited and it looked like it was a scene off of the freaking Exorcist.
Yeah, you talk about that in the next episode. You're
God.
that would scare me. But
Scared me.
it was like watching a geyser come out of this small
just, like, opens it,
7-year-old boy, and it's just like, bleh, and I'm like, wow.
Hopefully, we should have warned you, do not eat. If you're eating and you get a weak stomach, put your utensils down.
I hope you're listening to this while you're eating your Thanksgiving dinner.
Ew.
You're welcome, fam. You're welcome. But then, my mom, God bless my mother.
You're a poor mom. That's a brand new car, too.
She's like, oh my God. Like, she's crying. She's screaming. She's trying to, get him cleaned up while my dad is in the front seat just gagging, like, like trying to mop this up with an extra, like, grease towel they had in the trunk.
I mean, hey, you got some.
And so he does what he can, but we just left dinner. So for your information, it was chunky.
It was that goddamn ham.
It was a goddamn ham. And so we're sitting there.
No.
We're sitting there as my pops is trying to clean this mess up. And suddenly it may have been the ham, but it also may have just been the smell. I don't know.
Ugh.
But I started to feel ill as well. And,
It probably was the ham because your little sis said it first. Mm-hmm. Cousin pukes everywhere. Then you're over here like...
You're just feeling a little
quick. You're going a little green in the face.
Are we in a sailboat right now? Because I'm
Little-
feeling
need some-
green.
Need some like Dramamine.
I give it all. But since we were parked, I luckily was able to throw up outside. And, then we finally start going again. When I'm able to get back in the car, it reeks.
Oh yeah.
Because it got into the air vents.
Oh shit.
And so the air, the heat is still on, and Mom's like, I don't know why it stinks so bad. And my dad's screaming at her. He's like, just turn off the heater. Like, that's our issue. And without warning, again, my sister sitting behind my poor, sweet mother.
Oh my God.
Pukes on the back of her head.
Oh,
I couldn't have, probably worst Thanksgiving ever. And my Grandma Kay, she really was a fine cook. I just don't know if that was...
She just got nervous and the ham looked like it was done.
A year for revenge or what, but rough. And I've never liked ham ever since. And it's so funny because my father tried. Like, he has always had a weak stomach. One of his favorite stories to tell from when I'm like 2 is I get the flu really bad. And I have shit coming out the top
Both
end
ends.
and the bottom end. You know what I mean? And so...
That's like food. That's a feed.
Yeah.
That's feed poisoning.
Yeah. My dad worked graves all my childhood, and my mom worked days. So they usually swapped off. So, my mom leaves for work. My dad's left home alone with me. And I guess he lifted me up to try and get me in the bath. And I had puked right in his face. Like, he had me up, picking me up, and I threw up all over him. And so he's got me in the air still, and he's heaving, like trying not to puke himself, but he just took off my diarrhea diaper.
Ugh.
And it was sitting on the floor.
Oh.
And he takes a step back and he steps in that barefoot.
Blech.
And God bless both my parents, because, it's love. It's love that they have to have for you to, like, get you beyond this point. Because I'm still alive, but my mother walked in because, just like Chase, he begged my mom to come home. Please, I need your help. I need your help. I can't handle this. Well, not, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And she walked in. The way she talks about this whole scene is like out of a fucking movie, because she's like, I walk in, your dad's got a dirty diaper stuck to his foot. He has no shirt on. He's got puke dripping down from his face, and he's got you in the air, holding you in the air like Simba. Like, what's it when ya?
That helps your stomach.
La vicia, ma.
She's all yelling at you.
I know, I'm so weird, but it's so funny because my dad, he still to this day can't handle poop puke,
Nope.
saliva, or boogers. Like,
That's random. Saliva and boogers.
I guess between me and my sister, we scarred him and my sweet cousin Thomas, because I don't know. That was a whole nother experience. But it's just crazy to me that we consume so much food, because I think it was said, I read that you could eat up to like 229 grams of fat in just that one sitting. How, side tangent really quick, has Chase tried your breast milk?
Not yet.
Not yet?
I'm like, do you want to try it? And he's like, no, babe, I feel weird. I'm like, why? Just take it. Just suck it. And he goes, it has to be like in the moment, like a sexual moment. I'm like, and then we were in the shower, and I started like, it started expressing itself because it was so full.
Yeah.
And it's just like coming out, hitting him in the chest. I'm like, sorry, I didn't even know that. And I'm like, try it, come on. And he's like, no, babe. I'm like, come on. I tried to squirt him in the face.
You should put some of it in his coffee one day and see if he notices.
He probably wouldn't.
He probably wouldn't.
Like, I could make him like a breast milk smoothie and he wouldn't even know.
I hear that it's really sweet.
Someone said it tastes like what you eat.
Probably.
Like one time I ate popcorn and her shit smelled like popcorn.
It's probably like how whatever a guy is eating makes their cum taste either awful or
Yeah, like pineapples, it's sweet.
Slightly less awful.
Yeah, right.
Anyway, but I know you had some stories. Yeah, girl, regarding Thanksgiving as well. Do you have any crazy family stories you want to share with me?
Honestly, no, because I have well, not crazy, but like my mom's side of the family, we always do some. So like we always go somewhere. Like a couple years ago, like in 2015, we went on a cruise. Another time we went to the Golden Nugget in Vegas.
How was the Golden Nugget in Vegas for Thanksgiving?
It was fun. Their pool, it had a shark tank, so you could like swim through the sharks.
Oh no!
Like it was like obviously at or like in the middle of the swimming pool, there's like a big shark tank. And you'd like go on your slide and go through it.
That scares me. I could never
closed my eyes.
I could never swim in a cage with sharks or anything. That scares me too bad. Come here, princess.
Honestly, it does. I know. We and then this year they're actually going to a place, Garland, and they rented a little, like you said, cabin. But this cabin has its private lake, and and like a guest house onto the main house. It has like 15 bedrooms and shit.
Holy shit.
We're not going. We're going to Hawaii on Tuesday. So I'm like, Mom.
Yeah, we're just going to Hawaii on Tuesday. So that's what you're doing with the family for the holiday?
Mm-hmm.
So are you going over to your in-laws?
Yeah.
Maybe.
We'll see. My mom's not going anywhere. She's like, I'll take Caroline for you. And I'm like, done.
Well,
I just don't want to take, like, I don't mind me. Like, I'll probably just, like, start wearing a mask. Because, like, I'm sick. I don't want to get other people sick. But then, too, like, I don't want to get sick again.
Yeah.
Because that's a lot of people. Like, we are fully vaccinated, but I'm just, like, still, like, it's freaking Hawaii, man. They're so strict on shit. I'm like.
Right. And you don't want.
It's Tuesday. We're going on Tuesday.
Any chance to not go. Yeah.
I paid for it.
Are you nervous about taking the baby on an airplane for the first time?
I was, but I'm not, because my sister brought Addie home when she was like a week old. My brother and his wife, they have 3 littles, and they've been to Hawaii already this year.
Oh, wow.
And they took their second when he was 3 months. So it's just like a matter of like, she's still in that point of like where she sleeps a lot. She has to be held the whole time. Like she just wants to sit up, so I can sit her up, like how you're doing now. But just like make sure that I feel like I nurse her on takeoff and take down.
Yeah.
Take down or like let down. I don't know.
Well, and I think we talked about that or mentioned it sometime on the show up. Some point. I don't remember. But maybe like the suction sensation helps like kind of open up the ear canal for the altitude change. I don't know.
Yeah.
Because some parents say like give your kids a binky.
Yeah, as long as they're sucking on something. So, like, with my little 5-year-old nephew, they give him gum.
Oh, okay.
So, like, he chews the gum so it helps him pop his ears.
Yeah, for me, when I need to pop my ears, I just, like, try to yawn.
We yawn, but they don't know how to do that.
Right.
So, like, with her, she's not knowing what the hell's going on. She's like, why do my ears hurt? And it's like, I had a friend that took her little on an airplane. I don't know if, like, what happened, but he got a double ear infection. So.
I hate ear infections because I'm allergic to penicillin. And they, like, just, that's how I got C. diff about 5 years ago. If you don't know what C. diff is, it's horrible. It's highly contagious in, like, senior citizen homes because you can contract it through the bacteria of poop or fecal matter, but you can also get it by being overprescribed antibiotics because it kills off not only the bad bacteria, but the good bacteria in your stomach. And so I literally had no immune health to fight off infection. And I mean, it was like either one moment I was pooping out lava or the next I was highly constipated, you know? And so it took me about a year to get rid of it, but it's because I had a double ear infection and they kept giving me all these antibiotics. Fucking penicillin.
Your body's just like, nope.
It's just the most basic and one of the most important things ever created in modern medicine.
I think my grandma's allergic to it too.
Oh gosh. I mean, penicillin helps so many things, but yeah, it's crazy time.
Her little head, she has like no head control. So when she turns her head, she's like, what?
She's the stiffest baby I've ever
so
held.
Stiff. I don't know why. Like, she's loose with me, but some people are like, she's so stiff.
She's like erect all the time.
She's like,
and like her eyes are always like wide-eyed, and she looks like
that's the only thing the only thing she got from me are her eyeballs.
She looks shocked all
because
the time.
Mine are huge and hers are huge, but she has Chase's weird little stubby thumbs. She has the weirdest looking toes. I love her toes. Like, she just has weird ass toes.
You have ussies.
They like turn in, and like one of them looks broken. And her hands and her toes are so clammy. And I'm like, you got your dad's, like, you're like your dad. I'm sorry.
Like his makeup.
Like copy paste girl Chase. Here we go.
Copy paste girl Chase.
All she has is my eyeballs. Like, she has his tiny ass little ears. She has my cute button nose. Huh.
Yeah. She's like, why are you talking about me, bitch? Oh,
yeah. See, she's getting like a little bit of a coffee. Not a coffee, but like a cough.
Really? I thought she was on decaf, but whatever.
Need to be.
Whatever. So, I mean, at least it sounds like you have a pretty balanced and fun Thanksgiving. Like, I know you don't really speak to your dad much, but have you ever spent Thanksgiving with his side of the family?
So I need to go over there one time. But we did. We went over there like a couple years ago. It was at my uncle's house. And he has this like really big, I call it like, it's like a huge ass room. So like how his house is built, like he has his side and then like a really big middle section and then like his in-laws. Because I wanted to put a pool in the middle of their house, but they didn't have it. So like he sets out like this big old turkey thing. But we used to go to my grandma's. But my dad invited us this year to go to Texas. And I'm like, we're good.
Yeah, what's in Texas?
He lives there.
Oh.
So his house.
Oh.
But I'm like, we're going to Hawaii. And Jason's like, it'd be fun. I'm like, shut up.
I would rather go to Hawaii.
Right? I'm like, we're going to Hawaii maybe next year.
I've never been to Hawaii.
Either have we. But no, like, I know I think he's like kind of trying to be nicer. I don't know. So I'm like, benefit of the doubt.
Did he say anything when Caroline was born?
We actually went with them. We hung out with them.
Oh, good.
For a dinner, and he like absolutely loved her. But he's trying to like, I don't know. It was weird.
Overcompensate now, maybe.
I think so, but
maybe
no, yeah.
That you're all grown and you have a baby of your own, and he's like, oh,
not really a part of her life.
I
don't know.
What a better time to come back now.
But okay, one thing. What I love is my mother-in-law. So it is literally just her, me and Chase, his sister, his two sisters and their two husbands, maybe. And she cooks like a full-on turkey dinner. full on turkey dinner for like 7 of us.
Hey,
I'm like, are you making dinner? And she's like, well, yeah. Like, no matter who's going to be there, she's making a turkey dinner no matter what.
Some people are weird about leftovers, but I live
love
for the leftovers.
That's the only reason. If I didn't love leftovers so much, we would not be going anywhere for Thanksgiving. I live for the goddamn leftovers.
I do like turkey. I like turkey
Love
a lot, but
mashed potato.
This
Green
is
bean casserole is where it's at.
okay. This is a debate here because I asked a question on our Instagram story. It was like, what is your favorite thing and your least favorite thing about Thanksgiving? And one person brought up a very good point. It's like, I don't feel like marshmallows on anything, sweet potatoes, belong on a Thanksgiving table. And I was like, I kind of agree with that because I am not a marshmallow person for one, but also I'm not a sweet potato person either.
Okay,
but stuffing's my favorite
I
side.
wasn't until she, like, a month when, like, my, like, 9th month with her. I was like, sweet potato, sweet potato, sweet potato. I love sweet potatoes.
You and Corey just, like, eat those,
She's
like,
a yams.
apples.
She's a yams. I was sweet potatoes. And now it's kind of funny, but I'm like, I don't really like sweet potatoes.
I've seen both of you just, like, mow down on those.
Oh, I love sweet potatoes.
Like, literally, like, you just take bites of raw.
No, she cooks it. You cook it.
Oh, well.
It looks like it. She
It looks,
eats it like
it's
an
literally
apple.
like a fully
skin
intact potato.
Like an apple. Oh, no.
And she just eats it like an apple in the salon. And I'm like, man, no.
I mean, hey.
But I like stuffing. And a lot of people don't fucking like stuffing.
Chase doesn't.
I love stuffing. That's my favorite. And I like green bean casserole too.
Love green bean casserole.
I like the chunky homemade mashed potatoes.
I love when you boil the potato and you mix it and you put some like milk and sour cream in that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like my grandma Nelson made the best mashed potatoes, but she also made the best pancakes. And
Grandma
literally
makes the best pancakes.
Her pancakes literally were just like Mrs. Butter, like just like packaged pancakes.
Isn't it weird how grandmas just have this?
But she would make them. She would make a Mickey Mouse, and that I lived for that. And we didn't. I was like her because I do not love syrup on my pancakes. I will put straight raw sugar.
I like powdered sugar.
Oh, I live for that shit.
My favorite thing as a kid, my favorite breakfast food was French toast. My grandma can make the best goddamn French toast in the world. And if you want to debate me on that, we can have a grandma cooking cook-off, okay? Because I will stand by that.
Let me make you my pancakes. My Mickey Mouse. It has to be Mickey Mouse pancakes, or they just don't taste the same.
Gosh, but I love powdered sugar on my French toast. It was delicious.
Oh, I love French toast.
And something like an old tradition that me and my grandpa Dave always used to do is we used to make peanut or chocolate chip cookies from scratch.
Ooh.
Like he has the Miss Kavanaugh's recipe.
Oh.
And it's good.
Did you make it like a big heart shape?
We could. We should. Probably maybe this year. I'll do it just for you. But
let's not make a big one. Just like one cookie is like a heart shape.
We sucked because we'd barely have any cookie dough left to bake the cookies because we'd eat all the cookie dough.
I mean, that's what you eat cookie dough. Like, you don't. Why make cookies?
I like cookie dough, except, I mean, I got in a fight with my good childhood friend about eggs and cookie dough.
Well, you know what? We're
I was always that kid who liked to lick the spoon with like brownie mix.
Oh my! I used to be so mad at my mom because I'd ask her, I'm like, "Can I lick the pan?" And she's like, "Sure." As she's like scraping it all out, I'm like,
"You're taking it
I'm
all
like,
away
leave some for me." And she's like, "Well, it needs to." And now I do that. I'm like, "I want to lick the bulb." I'm like scraping it all in there. I'm like, "Yeah,
I got the spatula."
Now I know.
No.
I already like spoonfuled it in. It's fine.
Well, and my mom, she makes the best fucking apple pies from scratch. That is something that she has over everyone too. She'll make these like chocolate,
like apple crumble pies?
Yes, they're delicious.
Will you have her make me one?
Yeah, dude, text her.
I
bet she would for Christmas.
Yes.
I bet if you threw her like $15, she would.
I'll take it off her eyelashes. Do I say her eyelashes?
She would make you a pie, I'm sure. But they're delicious. That was my great grandpa Lewis's favorite.
Yes.
And it just goes to show how much fucking Americans love pie because we eat an estimated 50 million pumpkin pies every Thanksgiving.
Well, I mean, I more like whipped cream.
There's probably like 17
On my
people
pie.
up at the cabin where I'm staying now. I ran down the canyon because I'm right at the mouth of it. I got lucky this year with the location because I'm real close to home, so I could come record and work. But just between the 15 to 17 people who are there, and more people are coming tonight, we have like 5 pies, a bunch of fucking cookies. Like,
I mean, it's all about the sweets, man.
it's not about the turkey. It's about the after show. The reason I have made this goal for myself
Look at her, look at you.
is because I'm staring at a fucking angel right now.
I mean, hey.
Wait, where'd my smile go?
She's looking at she's looking at your tattoos like, what is that?
I am a different breed of character. So I'm gonna retell this story, but it was just such a crazy one. It's one of my favorites, and my family hates it, but we're here. So I've talked about my saint of an aunt, Helen, many, many a times. She is literally one of my favorite people on the planet. Just biggest, most pure heart. All she's done her whole life is just help and serve other people. She literally thought about being a nun.
Oh.
Before she went into medicine. She's a doctor. She runs the doctor's clinic up in Zion National Park and has for 26 years, as long as I've been alive, you know? And Utah native, you know, she moved out there when she got remarried with my cousin David, and they really started a beautiful life for themselves. But it's so beautiful up in Zion.
Mm-hmm.
If you've never been there, the Red Rock is
It's amazing. You just
something
gotta
like
go.
you've never seen. If you watch the sunrise, it's like the sky starts on fire.
Mhm.
It's
Literally.
it's uncanny. But that's why everybody wanted to go up there every year to celebrate Thanksgiving, and it became a Leopardi clan tradition. And you know, as I've mentioned in the past, the Italian-Irish side of me is a bit prone to drinking, so they're actually not allowed to drink at all. That's why we haven't celebrated Thanksgiving up there, because everyone would get started a little early. Like
the day before early, or like a little early, as in like the 9 o'clock,
well,
like 6 o'clock in the morning. Your turkey, you're basting your turkey, getting ready to put it in the oven, and you got a beer.
Oh, no, it's
You
worse
gotta
than that.
oh.
Like, we're driving down from Salt Lake City area, and Tom Dad's got a bottle of Pendleton finished by the time you get to Laverkin.
Damn.
You know what I mean? And so
Pendleton is strong ass shit too.
yeah, it's
That's
some
a
strong
big
ass
bottle.
motherfucking whiskey. Well, I mean,
It's
there's
good.
different sizes.
Chase
but
drinks it. He likes
yes,
it.
I like my whiskey, but yeah, I mean, it's like a whole vacation for everybody, and everybody would fly in. It wasn't just like people are driving 4 hours from our area. You know, I have a lot of cousins who live around the country. I know. And so this is like a big deal, and it's like go time for vacation as soon as everybody would leave, right?
Yeah.
So everyone who's showing up has probably been drinking already. Yeah, they check into the hotel. They're probably down at the hotel bar, because even though my aunt, she has a guest house
That
and
mini bar.
own another house just 15 minutes away in Virgin, well, Hurricane area. You know, some people still had to get a room at the hotel, because there are plenty of hotels in fucking Springdale. It's ridiculous. But that's how many people were there. Like, her husband's extended family, our whole shit show shebang and shaboodle.
Shebang.
You know, so I would say 30, 35 people, you know, in this one vicinity for a dinner that happens once a year for reasons we quite don't understand. But yeah, long story longer. Everybody gets up that morning, the morning of Thanksgiving. Everyone's already got the turkeys in the pressure cooker. We have a big hike planned for the day. I was pregnant with Elliot at the time. Ooh. So, I'm huge and probably the only one there that's sober or even knows what the word means at this moment in time.
You know what the hell's going on.
But, it's always like everyone's hands on deck. That's what I love about that side of the family. Let's make lighter work, more hands, less work. Let's do it. And so we're all prepping the vegetables. We're all prepping the vegetarian portions of the meal. We're prepping yada, yada, yada. And my physician auntie, she's even like, well, do you want a 6-ounce glass of red wine, Alicia? Oh, I know. And I'm just like, tempting.
Yes, by now.
I do have a little bean in my belly, but she's like, it's good for the heart.
Your heart and baby's heart.
You don't drink, and so she was really talking that up. And you want to partake when everyone else is drinking. And it's just funny to look back on now because I said no, but it was probably 11 a.m. and she's got a goblet of red wine ready for me, and my dad and my uncles and all the men cousins, they're drinking scotch already by That's awesome. Time. I think that was broken out around like 10, and then there's wine flowing, and there's whiskey because
got to keep the buzz going.
The fam likes the whiskey, and my Uncle Dave's on a kick with the vodka, as he calls it. He loves Svedka, which is like the worst fucking vodka you could buy. Please come for me. I will fight you on that one. But, point is, everybody was inebriated by noon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Inebriated to an extreme. So we do this meatball challenge every year. Literally, like my Uncle Mike, who owns this house and the clinic up there, he is a bit of a rat pack. What do they call him?
Pack rat.
A hoarder, but who's organized.
Yeah, pack rat.
Yeah, a pack rat. He literally has aisles in his garage, and they're all like organized, but you could find something from 1972, which he did. He found an old a third place karate trophy, and he relabeled it, and it was for the meatball challenge, but he even got like a label printed out and covered the third with the first. So it's funny. It's just like a gag trophy, but we've been doing this for years, like almost a decade. And so it's taken very seriously. All right. Like even the vegetarian members of my family make meatballs, mostly out of lentils and beans and other vegetables or whatever. But everybody gets involved, and, everybody's tasting the meatballs, and the Thanksgiving dinner is almost on. And, this is a whole fucking Italian spread. We got food to literally serve an army. Leftovers for weeks, even with the amount of people that were there. And I remember, my cousin who's been on the show, love you, Andy, he tends to get a little outspoken, as most of us do when we're drinking heavily.
For
prolonged periods of time. Mm-hmm. And by the end of the night, even after eating, because I think my aunt was just praying to God and all that is holy, that by having something in our stomachs, it would sober us up. You know what I mean? Well, it worked for some. It put most to sleep. But Andy wanted to talk the election because someone who shall not be named was winning that election that year and then went on to be our president, etc. But he was talking to her brother-in-law, who is a staunch Republican. Oh. And this is a nice guy, right? He is an OBGYN, a guy who delivers babies in Colorado, Very nice dude, but very, staunch Republican. And yeah, almost to a fault, especially should never talk about politics or religion or any belief system when you're drunk as a skunk. It probably will end badly. And it did, because they had a difference of opinions. Everyone's dispersing. There's even cousins sleeping in the grass in the backyard, with their distended bellies. You know what I mean?
Fun.
It was a fantastic day up until about 8 p.m. And I'm falling asleep on the love seat in the living room. And all of a sudden, my cousin Andy gets shoved over a folding chair and totally falls back, hits the chair I'm sitting on. I get startled, jump up, and I'm just kind of like, whoa, whoa, what's going on, And this gentleman, who shall not be named, a baby doctor, was like, this motherfucker is literally like dragging my name through the mud, He has the balls to say some nasty ass, like, slur, regarding politics, etc. Basically about bending someone's wife over. And anyway, not good. And so he's like, fuck him, I'm going to fucking kill him. And my cousin Andy, he's all riled up. The adrenaline's pumping, and he's like, let's go.
Shit.
We got Brett the boy in the room all of a sudden again. He rubbed off on me. Let's go, and he's like, we're going to fight. And I'm like, are you 17? I don't think so. You may have robbed a 7-Eleven when you were 17, but we're not doing that today. No, thank you. That's a true story. He grew up in Chicago. No, yeah. Anyway. He gets yanked outside by my ex-husband and my dad, and, he doesn't want to leave. He's like, no, I'm going to kick this guy's ass. Fuck this guy. Fuck Trump. And we're just like, no, you're ridiculous right now. What you did say was messed up, so you need to chill. Like, go outside and just cool off for a minute. And finally, like, he starts to see the light a little bit, and he's like, I did have about 8 glasses of scotch, a few shots of whiskey, some red wine at dinner, and where's that handle of vodka again? Oh yeah, we finished it.
Shit.
And next thing we know, baby doctor is rolling up the side of Aunt Helen's house. Literally just kind of fast walking, and we look, and he's got a fucking gun in his hand.
Oh shit.
And my aunt's backyard is pretty big, but it's right under the Watchman. If you're familiar with the mountain range up in Zion National Park, you'll know exactly, where her house is kind of sitting. Really, literally butts up right against the Watchman towers. And it was like, talk about a surreal moment. He's kind of like my dad's best friend who I've known my whole life. Everyone has that kind of uncle who's not really your uncle. He saw him before anyone else, and he literally beelined across this giant-ass backyard and takes him the fuck out. And by the time, like, we look over and we're, like, kind of putting 2 and 2 together, we're like, holy shit. Like, that just fucking happened. And they separated the two. But it was just crazy because we go to bed that night. I go out the next morning, watching the sun come over the mountain, and right in the gutter at the end of their driveway is a 9mm bullet.
Oh shit.
Yeah, not a small little thing.
Was it like the shell?
It was like
or the
a
full
bullet
thing?
When like he went to check if it was loaded. You know
Okay.
how a bullet will discharge?
Yeah.
Not discharge,
The
but
shell?
like come out the...
Yeah.
But it's not just shell. Like, it was a live bullet. But it was just sitting in the gutter there. And Andy hates this story because I picked it up, put it in my pocket. And by the time he comes to, motherfucker doesn't even know what happened the night before. He has no recollection of getting into an altercation with anybody.
Yeah.
And so my dad, a little pissed off at him, he's like, yo, where is that bullet? And I give it to him, and he hucks it at Andy, and he's like, go get your name engraved into this. And he kind of picks it up and he's like, what is this? He's like, it's a fucking bullet that was supposed to kill you last night. And to this day, that is the reason my aunt hasn't hosted a Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
I don't blame her.
No.
And that's the reason why we're not really allowed to drink at her house anymore.
No.
Because it wasn't just like a little fight. Somebody brought a gun.
Someone could have got shot and killed.
To Turkey Day. Yeah. And a very reasonable, respectable dude, too.
Mhm.
Like, that just goes to show, alcohol
yeah.
really brings out the worst in a lot of us. And that is the reason I've set the goal for myself. I was like, I will not be drinking, even though I won't be with that side of my family this year. Just because emotions run high around the holidays anyways, especially, with other family members who might be pregnant or be like in an emotional state.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I get emotional when I drink, and I get emotional in general whenever I'm around my family. So they just don't mix well. And I was just like, I want to make the most out of this trip, and I really want to take it in and be grateful and be appreciative. Like, I don't want to be absorbed in anything else. I don't want to be consumed with emotion or something that happened a decade ago or my childhood trauma. Like, fuck that. Like, I don't want to dredge up any bullshit, because that's what I tend to do when I drink or get drunk around family. And I was just like, I really just want to enjoy everybody. And so I know alcohol will be up there this week, which, like I said, is interesting and different because this is the more LDS conservative side.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm living for it. I'm like, I really want to enjoy you guys. You loosen up, and I'll be the DD for once. And I feel like getting so close to Christmas and the New Year, that's something that I'm really proud of. I'm really proud of myself for making that goal. And you know what, fam, like, a lot of people struggle with the holidays and seeing family. To our question on our stories, a lot of people wrote in, and that was the biggest thing, is like, oh, well, my favorite thing is seeing family, but my least favorite thing is also seeing family.
Mm-hmm.
And just dealing with that family dynamic and those old feelings or emotions or past traumas, I just encourage you to try and put that on the back burner and just go, show face, be happy, have a long
Go for an hour. You don't have
dinner.
to go the whole time.
And it doesn't even have to be a long time, but we have so much to be grateful for, and life could always be worse. You know what I mean? And that's something I've really tried to remind myself of. When times are tough, it's hard to have a grateful heart, but a grateful heart brings many miracles. And I could throw all the fucking stupid cliches at you, but this is a really good day to reflect and to be humbled. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
To love and give thanks. So I hope, wherever you guys are, wherever you're listening to this, I hope your holiday is blessed and filled with joy and much laughter, because every single one of you out there deserves it. And we here, me and Sarah, I speak for both of us. We just want to show our thanks and appreciation to everyone who's listened this far and who has shown us so much love. Like, we feel it, especially on our difficult days. We feel your support, and we just want you to know it doesn't go unnoticed. And you fam are the reason that we do this stupid fucking podcast. Seriously. Ellery's message that I mentioned in the beginning made my whole fucking week. It was one of the most sweet and tender messages I've ever gotten from anyone listening to the show. And it was just a great reminder, especially since things have been hard in this transition, that, this is why I'm doing it. This is why we're doing it, and we're killing it. So all that being said, fam,
Happy Thanksgiving.
Yes, send us a message telling us what you're grateful for. Share a funny story with us, and we'll share it to our Instagram story or our feed. But that being said, we love you, And we hope you eat a fuck ton of turkey. If not, have some vegetarian meatballs.
Don't bring any guns to the party, people.
Yeah, they're not very good. But
learn
also,
from Alicia.
Yeah, be safe. Well, I didn't do it.
Well,
but
Alicia's
learn
story.
from my family.
I mean, Leopardies are crazy.
Leopardi Clan is a shit show Monroe for a reason, and we live for it. But
I mean, hey.
we love you. Don't do anything we wouldn't do. And until next time, we hope you have a great rest of your week. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Glad you'd buy. I'll talk about them.
Yeah.